Okay everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to show you how to create your monthly church bulletin newsletter, and that's just the electronic version of your church bulletin. So what we're going to do is go into the newsletter dashboard. We're going to go to newsletters and we're going to create a new newsletter. And instead of using any of this stuff here, I'm just going to use a blank newsletter template here, and we're going to continue or proceed to edit. Excuse me. And we're going to name this, or actually our subject will be March 2017 Church Bulletin. And then we'll put is a sample of the electronic church bulletin. And then let's see, for some data here, we'll just put this is an example of the monthly church bulletin that will be sent electronically to subscribers. And then let's see, we'll get rid of this stuff here. So I have my church bulletin in a PDF format. That comes straight from the public publisher. So what we want to do here, I'm just going to go ahead and put some text here. We're going to name it March 2017 Church Bulletin. Okay. And then I may want to bold this to make it stand out a little bit, but what we're going to do is we're going to hyperlink this to the actual church bulletin. So I'm going to go to Add Media, and I've already got the PDF here from, I think it's last year's, but we'll just say it's this year's. And then when I click on it, you see it says URL there. I'm going to double click in that box so it highlights all that URL. I'm going to right click and copy. And then we're going to go to hyperlink. In our URL, we're going to go in here and paste. Oops. Right click and paste. And then our title, we're just going to say March 2017 Church Bulletin. In our target, we want new window. We're going to hit OK. And then we could go on here and we could add JPEG pictures of each page of the bulletin if you wanted to. You could add recent events that are coming up if you wanted to. You could put some pictures in here. Let's just go ahead and add a picture. Let's add the bulletin picture. Let me go to Add Media, and right here it says weekly bulletin, but I'm just going to use this as an example. And then I'll copy that URL, and actually what it did when I highlighted this and just hit insert, it just put it in there for us. So we'll just use that little picture there. And then what this will do, let me go ahead and do save and test. And then I'll show you, and we might even want to make this say, click here to view the, and let's make this bigger. Font size, let's make it 14. Because we want this to stand out a little bit. We want people to know that, oh hey, click here to see the church bulletin. And let's make the font red. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is just do save and test. And what that's going to do, that's going to save this newsletter, but it's also going to push it out via email to me. And you can see down here at the bottom, they're always going to have the option to unsubscribe. They can edit their subscription as well. So let's say if they change their email address, they can go in and do this. They can go in to change subscription and make edits to their email address. So it's really powerful. And I think it's going to be a really great way for you to kind of cut costs on your publishing. You'll probably have a lot of people that would just assume get it electronically than paper copy. So that's pretty much all there is to it. Now let's pull up the email here and we'll see if that's come through yet. And it has. It's right here. Nope, that was one I sent earlier. Sorry. Do a little send and receive here. There it is. So you can see when it comes up here, this is what it looks like to the end user. And then they can click right here, and that's going to take them to the PDF of that church bulletin. This is March of 2016, I think, but just as for demonstration. And then once that loads up there, you'll see they'll have the option to scroll through and see all the different pages. They will have an option up here to print, an option to save. And I apologize, my internet's a little bit slow here with this, but we'll come back to that. So once you send these out, you'll notice too that there's also statistics. There's a duplicate, so if you don't want to recreate the wheel for April's newsletter, you can just hit duplicate. That'll create a copy, and then you can go in and edit that and change it from March to April, and change, of course, the hyperlink to the new hyperlink for the April newsletter. But you can click on statistics. And since we haven't actually sent it out, it's not going to do anything. All we did was save it and send it to our testers. So once you start actually sending this out to subscribers, you'll see some statistics there. And then you could also break this out. If you decide to go beyond just the monthly church bulletin or weekly church bulletin, maybe you want to send one out once a month that has some other things to it. Maybe you just want to send something out once a month that shows your upcoming events and stuff like that. You can certainly do that. We can kind of show you a little bit about how to do that too at a later date. So let's see if that has loaded all the way up yet. And it has. So you can see there's page 2, 3, and after it loads, they've got the option to download up here. They also have the option to print as well. So if they want to print it out, they can. Most likely they're probably not. They're probably just going to read it right off the computer screen here. So that's it for this video. It's just a little bit more advanced on the newsletter function. And until next time, thanks.